Welcome to Klana's Pleasure Hour. Klana, that's me. In this show, we explore conscious sexuality, body, mind, and spirituality, and how this is connected with pleasure and our personal growth and our relationships. Discover how to have more pleasure, more harmony in your relationships, and an amazing and fulfilling sex life. Hello, hello. Here is Klana, the magnificent life leader. I put this series into place to deliver you some more information than I could only give by myself and invite guests from the realms of sexuality, sensuality. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Klana.
And also, spiritual. That's what we have today. So it's about mind, body, and soul. And I welcome Cindy Kerr for today's episode of Klana's Magnificent Life Talk with the topic of sacred sexuality. Cindy is a registered nurse, a medical intuitive, and an ambassador of the divine at the Health Diviner. That's her company in Austin, Texas, where she assists in creating radiant health by divine design. She helps clients get swift clarity around the root source of physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual challenges, and assists them in manifesting a solution enveloped in divine love. So,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm happy to have you here.
Well, it's a
Thank,
delight to get to be with
yeah,
you.
and thank you for the thumbs up, whoever sent that, and welcome everybody who's watching. Cindy, you have
Klana.
been married to a lovely man who was disabled, who has had physical disabilities,
Yes.
and that's why you had a completely different approach to sexuality than people usually have. Can I
Exactly.
say it like that?
Exactly. You can. When I was 19 years old, I met a man who radically changed my life. And he happened to have been one who was in a car accident when he was 2 years old. And he was paralyzed from T2, which is around heart level down, complete spinal cord injury. And I had never been around anybody that was young and disabled, and so he was intriguing to me, and not just intriguing, but amazing. He had an indomitable spirit, and I think that was probably the greatest gift, that and fearlessness, that he taught me. He passed in 2012, and we'd been married for 34 years. But the thing that was just so incredible was my whole concept of intimacy and connection in the physical was just blown apart when I met him. We all think that we're going to, have that partner and have what we consider normal sex. And I got to tell you that when parts don't work, you got to get creative. And so you have to create connection in different ways. And when someone has a disability, whether it's paralysis or these days, it's so common for people with diabetes to have erectile dysfunction, high blood pressure medicine. It's just a common thing. Men suffer a lot of physical issues that impair their ability to perform what people consider normal sex. And it's like, where do we come up with these concepts of what's normal,
Yeah.
honestly? It's cultural, it's religious, it's like blow them all out of the water, because it's so fun when you get rid of all those paradigms that just don't relate to anything and you actually connect with someone on a heart level.
Yeah.
And so our conversation today is about, sacred sex versus primal sex, which is what most people experience. They don't have that connection in spirit with the heart. And this is where your business is so excelling. You teach people how to do that, make that intimate connection, not just in body, but in heart and in spirit. And
Yeah.
that's where everything comes to play in intimacy.
Wow. So how can we see that in a more practical way?
Well, when someone is having physical issues, man or woman, it's a blessing in the truest sense, because what you feel that you're lacking, or what is obviously lacking in the physical, is enhanced in all the other senses. So, if let's say you have erectile dysfunction, that means your other senses are heightened. Your sense of touch, your sense of sensing, your sense of hearing, all those things. And so you can take cues in a different way from your partner. It takes practice
Yeah,
of really tuning in. This is what you teach.
that's what I wanted to add. Of course,
Yes,
it's only like that if you let it be like that. If your
exactly.
mind is occupied with complaining about the things you cannot do anymore, or you cannot do as you would like them to do, of course
Yes.
there is no place that other body parts can develop a sense of love and pleasure.
Exactly. And it isn't about body parts,
Yeah.
that's just kind of like the vehicle to enter into the good space, that space of, it's the agape space. And the Greeks had 7 levels of love. In English, we don't have any words to actually describe those things, but we are familiar with eros, which is romantic love or just sexual connection. And people get hung up at that level. And it's like, good heavens, there's so much more. If you'll allow yourself to have that deeper connection, use all your senses and move it into an intimacy of really seeing the other person's truth of who they are as spirit and who you are, and totally entering into that space with them. It's like the ultimate orgasm. Honestly, it is truly what ecstasy means. It's that divine connection of union with God, and you can do that with your partner. It's a lot of women, when they experience that deep connection, there's tears that flow. They can't explain. Why is it that I've made this incredible connection? And yes, there's an orgasm, but that was pleasurable. But what was this incredible thing that happened in my heart? And that was that divine connection that you just made happen with your partner, of the 3 of you fusing together. You, your partner, and the divine love. And that's my definition of sacred sex. And everybody can have that if they are open and honest and vulnerable with their partners. I'm living proof of that. When people say, "Oh, I'm having sexual problems," I have to laugh sometimes, because, he's not performing. It's like, gosh, you have to look at it, you said, with a different mindset, and look at things with just a more open vantage point than perhaps the culture and the paradigm that you were raised in.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes. And are you willing to share 1 or 2 practices that could work, or that other people could benefit from?
Yes. Touch is really awesome, and taste is really awesome. And closing your eyes with your partner and touching them and feeling where they would like to be tasted is really an amazing practice. And just starting simple places, you might have your eyes closed and just really tune into them, and their body will speak to you, but the body talks. And the body will say, "Oh, my left earlobe is so hungering for a kiss." Start there and watch what happens. It's just incredible. And then switch off with your partner and learn to take the cues from the other's body and just fuse with them. It's so magical.
Yeah, it takes a lot of awareness,
It
doesn't it?
does.
Yeah.
It does. Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah, and this is what is a little bit difficult in our
Yes.
hectic times.
It
We
is.
are over flooded with everything, and
Yes.
so it's very important to take your time to
Yes.
explore yourself and the other in that different way, or whatever way you like to explore each other. Every person is
Exactly.
different.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I think one of the biggest factors in this is a sense of safety. You don't just do this the first time you meet someone. You know, this is an evolving relationship that occurs, and that sense of safety, as that becomes more and more expanded in relationship with the other, there's more room for exploration. It's a safe thing to do. And again, as the paradigms are released of what you thought things should be like, and you don't come in from that angle, that mindset shifts to, wow, I just really want to experience the wholeness of this person I'm with. I love them with my heart. How can I express that fully? How can we come to that oneness and union together, more than physically? It's just
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can hear it in your voice tone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just would love so many couples to experience this. You know, they do toys and they do all sorts of things when the truth is you really don't need all that stuff. Those are fun things. But, you know, there's an intimate connection with divinity. And if you can enter into that, I'm going to tell you that is the ultimate ecstasy that you can experience in physical connection with another person. Because it
Mm-hmm.
isn't physical, you've just transcended all this, all the energetic fields, and you've moved right into that spiritual realm. Um, yeah, with your whole being.
So you said you moved right into. Doesn't it need some kind of preparation, like meditative states or something like that?
Well, I think that one's connection with the divine is a huge part of that. You know, spiritual beings connect at the common denominator. That's what I found. And this might be a challenge for couples that are very not balanced
Mm-hmm.
in their awareness levels of their own divinity. Um, for a lot of people who want to enter into this spiritual union, they might find that they're not with the right partner because their partner's not capable of experiencing that with them. And so that could be a challenge for some people. But for a lot of people who have been together that really want to spark some things, their relationship's gotten stale because it's been primal. It's been based on this eros, romantic, primal physical attraction. Boy, you can just open up a whole portal of connectedness with this understanding that you're way more than that, and just really experiencing the other person as the divine person they are, and knowing who you are, and then wanting to make that union together at a very, very high spiritual level. It's so beautiful.
Yes, cool. So,
Yeah.
is there anything else you would want to share in that context?
Well, I would like to share that for those folks that this is speaking to, you know there's more. If you would like to explore more, I would highly recommend that you talk to Klana. Klana can help you do that. And if you
Thank
have,
you.
honestly, and if
Yeah.
you have problems with stigmas of what you think society wants you to, how they want you to behave, or you have fear around exploration, Klana can help you, but I can help you with that too. A lot of that are issues that are in your energy fields that need to be cleared. They don't fit this lifetime, and you're ready for more. And I'm happy to be of assistance in that area
Tell us
to
a
help you
little.
clear that.
Tell us a little bit about that. What you are doing there.
Well, I read subtle energy fields, and if someone comes to me with a relationship issue, we can go into the energy fields. They speak to me, I get their vibration, and I have that ability. I think it's an incredible gift and a skill set that's been developed over many, many years and many lifetimes of being able to go in and read that energy and see what's blocking it. Is there a fear? Is there a lifetime? And we can do things to actually diminish that effect in one's life and get rid of it so it doesn't affect this life. You know, we are victims in some ways of energies that we have no control of, or we think we don't, from previous lives, from familial influence, ancestral influence, that just doesn't need to be there. And as soon as other people's stuff is out of your energy field, you can be freer to be who you really are.
Yes,
So we work on that.
definitely. And I can highly
Yeah.
recommend Cindy.
Thank you.
Cindy is great in energy reading, also in other realms. So for me, she was very much assisting to find my new place to live.
Yes.
Yeah,
Energy's energy.
yeah,
Yeah. Whether it's finding the right place in the world that you wish to be, or finding the right partner, or uncovering things about your past that just need to be removed, or coming to an awareness of how amazing you are because of those things. Energy work, it's the medicine of the future, but it's now. I think it's incredible.
yeah. And medicine is the other topic that you are all about
Yes.
for humans and for doggies.
For doggies, yes, I'm just introducing a new product called Your Dog's Energetic Health Blueprint, and that'll be released. We'll be launched that in the next few weeks, where I do energy readings of your dog, and we do allergies and sensitivities and any messages that come through. Dogs are real communicative in energy, and they don't have the same hang-ups or blocks that humans do, which I love, why I love working with dogs. So that'll be coming out. And if you're interested in that, you can sign up on my webpage. We'll have an opt-in page, and I'll let you know about that. It's www.thehealthdiviner.com.
Thank you so much, Cindy,
Thank you,
for
Kalana. What a
taking the
joy.
time and spreading your information and your wisdom here.
Thank you, Kalana. You too.
Bye bye, everybody.